The Laboratory of Fear, a short horror story by Vahid Sajjadifar.
In the heart of the endless desert, there existed a secret laboratory run by a group of ambitious and audacious scientists. Dr. Ilya Novak, the team leader, was a man for whom there were no boundaries. He believed that science could only advance by breaking the laws of nature. This laboratory, built beneath the sandy dunes and hidden from human eyes, was accessible only through a massive steel door with complex locks. Inside, it housed advanced devices and unknown tools designed for conducting dangerous and illegal scientific experiments. The research team included Dr. Novak, Dr. Sarah Miller, a prominent biologist, Dr. Jonathan Reeves, a genetics expert, and Dr. Marcus Black, a bioengineering specialist. Each scientist, with their unique expertise, played a crucial role in Novak's clandestine projects. Their diverse motivations and backgrounds added to the team's internal conflicts. In one experiment, a human subject suddenly began to undergo unexpected changes. His body rapidly grew and transformed into a monstrous being, bearing no resemblance to a human. This creature quickly escaped its cage, forcing the research team to subdue it. This incident was the first warning sign for the team. Novak decided to press on with the research. After months of experiments, the team succeeded in creating hybrid creatures that combined human and desert animal traits. One of their first successes was a being that exhibited characteristics of both a camel and a human. These creatures appeared to have extraordinary survival abilities in the desert, but their unpredictable aggression and psychological issues raised new concerns. As the number of hybrid creatures grew, so did the tensions within the research team. Sarah Miller, who had opposed the project from the start, became increasingly worried about its consequences. She believed these creatures posed a danger not only to humans but to the entire ecosystem. Her concerns led to verbal and even physical confrontations among the team members. On a dark night, amid fierce desert winds, one of the hybrid creatures escaped its cage. This creature, a blend of human and scorpion, swiftly began attacking the team members. Terrified screams echoed through the laboratory as the team scrambled to escape. Novak tried to regain control of the situation, but the creatures were becoming increasingly uncontrollable. With the rising threat from the hybrid creatures, the research team decided to abandon the laboratory. However, escaping the well-hidden facility in the heart of the desert was not easy. The hybrid creatures lay in wait, making it extremely difficult to flee. Novak, Miller, and the remaining team members desperately sought a way out. During their escape, Dr. Sarah Miller stumbled upon a hidden room. Inside, she found documents revealing that Dr. Novak had always intended to use these creatures for military purposes. He planned to create an army of hybrid beings under his command to participate in future wars. Upon discovering this, Sarah realized she had to expose these secrets and stop Novak. With the evidence in hand, Miller confronted Novak. Meanwhile, the other team members, now aware of the truth, decided to unite and stop the continuation of the experiments. This led to heightened tensions and a final showdown between the research team and Dr. Novak. Unwilling to abandon his goals, Novak resolved to continue the project at any cost. This decision sparked an internal struggle within the team. Miller and the others sought a way to halt Dr. Novak's plans, all while the hybrid creatures grew into an even greater threat. As the dangers and threats escalated, the research team decided to escape the laboratory at any cost. The hybrid creatures were pursuing them, and at any moment, a team member could be attacked. Their attempts to flee this perilous environment were filled with suspense and terror. Upon escaping the laboratory, the hybrid creatures were also unleashed into the desert. Now numerous, these creatures began roaming the desert, attacking anything in their path. A major catastrophe was unfolding, and the research team needed to find a way to stop these creatures. Scattered across the desert, the research team decided to reunite and collaborate to find a solution to stop the hybrid creatures. This renewed alliance brought a glimmer of hope for survival, and they began planning their countermeasures against the creatures. The team resolved to return to the laboratory to destroy all records and documents related to the experiments. They also planned to use the laboratory's equipment to produce a deadly toxin to eliminate the hybrid creatures. These plans were fraught with tension and danger. With careful planning and the equipment in the laboratory, the research team prepared for a final battle against the hybrid creatures. This ultimate showdown, set in the heart of the desert amid the scorching, endless sands, was filled with thrilling and horrifying moments. Gradually, using the lethal toxin, the team managed to kill many of the hybrid creatures. In this final battle, many team members were sacrificed. Each of these victims had a story filled with pain and suffering, and their final moments profoundly impacted the surviving team members. This chapter delves into the emotions and reactions of the remaining team members toward these sacrifices. The research team decided to completely destroy the laboratory to erase all traces of Novak's illegal experiments. Using explosives and the lab's equipment, they began preparations for complete annihilation. Sarah Miller and Jonathan Reeves led the operation, while Marcus Black was tasked with building and setting up the bombs. Time was extremely limited as the hybrid creatures could attack at any moment. Amid the chaos, Novak, still committed to his goals, decided to secretly save some of the hybrid creatures as research samples. He approached Marcus Black and convinced him to help. However, Miller discovered this betrayal and, together with Reeves, decided to stop them. A fierce conflict ensued among the team members, resulting in Black's and Novak's death. With the deaths of Dr. Novak and Black, Miller and Reeves were the only survivors of the research team. They succeeded in completely destroying the laboratory and eliminating the hybrid creatures. However, the price of this salvation was extremely high. The desert returned to its deadly tranquility, but the story of the secret laboratory and the disaster that unfolded there would forever remain in the minds of the survivors and those who learned of it.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.